Welcome, welcome, everyone. I love today. We have a great topic. Today, I want you to understand the distinction between a sensation and an emotion. Okay, so let's get started. Sensations are your direct interaction with the world. They are involuntary and they start in the body. So, sensations are actually a very small percentage of how we experience the world. Things like hunger and thirst and hot and cold, um, sickness and touch, anything we are having that is a direct experience of the world, these are all sensations and they have direct contact with you. Okay. And feelings or emotions, they start in the brain and these thoughts happen in the brain and then they create chemicals and they come into your body. And so the feelings and emotions start in the brain and then they're a vibration that we experience in the body. Feelings are indirect experiences because we're filtering the experiences that we're having through the filter of our mind, of our belief systems, right? So if I jump on a beam, I can touch it and get direct sensation, but mostly what I'm experiencing is not about the direct contact with the beam. It is mostly about how I feel about the beam, how I feel inside. So I think I love beam, and maybe you're at a meet and you think this beam at this meet just happens to be the best beam I've ever been on. But someone else might think, I hate this beam. It's facing the wrong direction and I wish I had my beam from my gym here instead, right? So feelings are caused by what we think. You may think your feelings are involuntary and caused by whatever situation you're in and circumstances. So you may think that when you fall off the bars and you feel disappointed, you may think it was the fall off the bars that caused you to feel disappointed. But actually, well, if it's not about the fall at all, then what is it? It's actually not about the fall. It's only about what you think about falling off the bars that makes you feel disappointed. And that doesn't seem like a significant difference, but it's a huge difference. This is the filter of the indirect experience that you're having with the beam. Realize that how we experience everything else in our lives is also indirect. It's all based on how we think. How we experience other events at the gym and in sports in general will be through our thinking. That's the filter that we have, okay? All of your past, all of your belief systems that you've thought over and over and over and created. When you talk about how you live in the world, it's dependent on how you think about the world, and that determines your experience because your experience will be your emotional life. So truly, an emotion is what makes life amazing or life terrible. Think about your relationship with the beam. Okay, that's an easy one for me to jump onto. Your experience of how that beam feels depends on how you think about that beam. It doesn't depend on the beam, though. Most of your experience with the beam is not direct. Most of your experience is indirect, and this is the same with everything. The only thing we want in our life is because of how we think it will make us feel. But remember, how we feel depends on how we think. So, if a gymnast thinks that if they move up a level in gymnastics, then they will feel differently, that it will make them feel better, it will make their life different. So they're hoping for a different feeling if they go to a higher level. But if none of those things, none of the circumstances make them feel different, then what's making them feel different? It's just their thoughts about being at a higher level. None of the circumstances will make you feel different. All of our thinking about our thinking will determine how we feel. And this isn't just something small. It is everything. The way you feel right now is because of how you think. So get in tune with how you feel, know what you're feeling, be aware of what you're feeling, and know that your thoughts are causing it. Your thoughts are creating those vibrations inside of your body that we explain as feelings. Work on generating your feelings in order to produce whatever you want in your life, because basically, your feelings drive every action, every time, period. So if you want a different action and a different result, you've got to change your feeling. The only way to change your feeling is to change your thought. You can change your circumstance, And it might be easier to think thoughts that you like about a different circumstance, but it's still your thoughts about the circumstance. Ideally, you can choose to feel happy in your circumstance. Now, obviously, there's some circumstances that you have to create boundaries on and things like that. But as far as sports go, if it's the event, the water, the football game, any of those circumstances, those do not create the feelings inside of you. It is just your thoughts about those things. So the most important thing that I can offer you in your life is how you feel. How you feel is how you indirectly experience your circumstance in your world, and that is all based on your thoughts. You don't have feelings about the beam or the swim meet or the football game. You only feel about those things the way you think of those different things and those events and circumstances. So what you want to do is start paying attention to how you feel right now and ask why. Why do you feel that way? Then think about how you want to feel. Maybe you like how you feel and you don't want to change it. But if you don't like how you feel, then think about how you would like to feel and what you would need to think in order to generate that feeling inside of you right now. Because you can. And yes, you are that powerful. Try it. It works like magic. Have a flippin' awesome day. Bye.